that this is a genuine partnership between Canada and Kenya. It always has been, it always will be. We work hand in glove with these guys. We have weekly phone calls. We do everything together. And again, because the idea came from the community and because it is a true and genuine partnership, this is why we've been successful over the past 10 years, and this will carry us through the next 10 as well.
Msedo School is found in Mathare slums. It was founded in the year 2001. We later joined up with Titus, and Charles, who could come visit all the times, is when they started coming up with the interns from the UN.
Yes, I was one of those lucky interns that got to come and volunteer on Friday afternoons with Benedict's school.
And through that time, they could come each and every Friday to come and play with the children, teach them drama, run around with them, play football and jump, sing poems, every kind of thing.
The interns decided to formalize our relationship with Mseto a little bit by helping Mseto get adopted into the World Food Program's school feeding program. So then we also continued on in search of funds to do 2 income generating projects for Mseto. One was to build toilets and the other was to open a business center. And so that was successful too, and also really motivating.
And the idea for the scholarship came in as several girls could drop out of school after completing class 8, that is the national primary examination class, because of lack of school fees.
As if you're 14 and you can't access high school, your options are very limited, and getting stuck in the cycle of poverty is quite likely. So to break out of that, the CMETrust was born of those discussions. I went home to Canada. I, called on all my friends and family, all the people who'd been receiving my group emails. This is pre-Facebook days, so everyone on that list received an email that said, hey, I've been doing this, you've been hearing about it, now I want to make it a little bit more formal, and this was the idea that came from the community, and so we went from there.
So I think 2 weeks after Victoria left, she sent an email. Again, she talked about pre-Facebook, so for us we had to go to the city to access email. So we saw an email like, oh guys, I have some money for 2 scholars. You guys should check out if there's a school and send in some fee structures and we can start. So we did that. Already we had like 2 kids in mind from Sedo. I think that's Irene
and Elma.
And we were registered as a Canadian charity in December 2006.
From then on until now, we have supported 120 scholars to access high school education, and 17 of them are in post-secondary institutions through the organization's post-secondary scholarship program. And in total, we have 75 alumni who have completed high school. A lot of our scholars, they're taking leadership, they're bringing a lot of energy and confidence, and especially they're very proud to be called children of Mathare as compared to before.
And one good thing which I must say I'm proud of is that seeing students who come in humbly at 14 years, and by now we can talk of adults who are graduating, who now know what they want to do, who can compete in the job market. That's very good. They can at least come back in the slums, and when people see them, they walk shoulder high, and people see that for sure these are the products of CMETrust.
It has not been an easy journey in terms of finding resources.
Like last year, we had a big number of applicants, about 174 coming. Some are very eager and have the ability to do it and to make it in life. But because of the limited resources, we ended up only taking 8. And the exercise was very competitive.
One of the things we're really proud of about CMETrust is that it's a learning organization. So it's an organization that's always changing, that's adapting, that's very small, so it's very nimble and flexible, and we can respond to needs that are identified by the scholars, by the parents, by the community as they come up. An example of that is that we had a meeting after the first year with the parents, and they said they were very worried about their students being lost during the school breaks when they returned from boarding school to Mathare. They were concerned that they would be idle and get into trouble, and so they asked, is there things that you can do with the scholars when they're home? And so we went away and we talked about it. Now our scholarship program is complemented by a very successful and a very important informal education program. We offer workshops on all kinds of topics from sexual reproductive health, small business entrepreneurial skills, leadership, first aid training, fire safety, everything, runs the whole gamut. And they also are expected in that time to do something to give back to the community. So it may be visiting an orphanage, it may be visiting a primary school and speaking to the students about the importance of education. It may be doing a community cleanup or hosting a football tournament. So there's a very wide range of activities we undertake, and it's a very important part of our program. Our students are graduating with a much more well-rounded education and much more confidence and ability to succeed beyond high school because of it. The scholars 2 years ago identified to us that they were graduating without enough computer skills, and so we again went away and these guys did tons of research and identified KCT, which is a technical training college in Eastleigh, just beside Maclaren. And we've now formalized a partnership with them where they offer 3 months of computer training to our scholars once they graduate.
We have a strategic plan. I think the idea is to take 25 scholars every year in the next 10 years. It's ambitious, but I believe with support, especially in Kenya, we can achieve that.
Move towards 25 new kids every year. We're going to have to look at our model here on the ground as well. Do we need to have some full-time employees? How are we going to go about doing that? So that's going to be a big challenge in the next couple of years, and I'm eager to take that on. What I would love to see is, first of all, some of our graduates, our post-secondary graduates, starting to be successful enough in their own careers that they can be contributing to the organization by either employing some of our graduates or providing financial support or having in-kind opportunities, like some of our graduates going to our graduates' businesses to get internships. So I'm really eager to see how our graduates can help build CMETrust network here in Kenya.
Just to see a sustainable organization would be my most, that's the biggest desire I have.
For sustainability, we need more support here in Kenya, and we also need to look at our model and see how we can add or adapt. So yeah, and of course we need to continue supporting from the Canadian side. So we're always looking for new volunteers. We're always looking for people who are going to be supporting us with their own fundraising event. Maybe turn your birthday party into a fundraiser, or instead of gifts at your wedding, make a donation to CMETrust, things like this. So the Canadian side is also going to have to grow and to expand.
Personally, I'm very grateful to all the people who have supported the organization, especially the Canadians who have been contributing a lot of their support, a lot of their time, a lot of their finances. The Mathare community, they've also been very supportive. And all Kenyans who have supported us in one way or the other, we really, really appreciate, and we know that with your support, we can take this initiative to the next level.
Yeah, maybe what I can add is that for the past 10 years, most of our support has been coming from Canada, and this one is just a challenge to our locals, try to contribute, and we get local resources to help sustain the organization.
There's no action that's too small, there's no donation that's too small. Every single thing helps, because with CMETrust you can have assurance that all of the resources are coming here, which is not something we can say about all organizations. So it's something we're really, really proud of, and it's something we will continue over the next 10 years.